So let me show y'all how they over here acting because I'm in town. So I told y'all I was at the West End and the man Alfred AK was the one who brought me from the Greyhound. And when you don't let them do what they want to do to you up in their house, all of a sudden everybody want to put you out their house. So he was putting the heat on 100 degrees and I cut that shit down. Lord forgive me for cursing. I cut it off. I cut it down because you ain't finna be up in there drying out me and my baby. And he got mad. He was getting hostile. He ain't say nothing about it. He was getting mad when I opened up the window to let in some cool air. He was getting mad. I had my phone charging because he had unplugged my phone the night before when I had stayed over there. And then so he was like, oh, you want something to eat? Gave us something to eat. And then when I asked he had offered me some more. And when I was like, yeah, I'll take some more, he got mad. And he got mad because that white girl that he had with him, she was trying to come on to me. And I done already told y'all I don't like white girls. God already said I don't like white girls. They all congregated over there. So I'm finna, they look like they done with their little fest or whatever. So I'm finna turn the camera on me. Okay, so the man Alfred, AK, that met me as soon as I got off the Greyhound here in Atlanta, he was blowing the heat up to 100 degrees in the house. It was drying me out. My auntie was doing the same thing at her house, and it was drying me out. I had to open the window at his house, and that was helping, but not a lot. And then I had the fan on. I had to just go and see what the heat was actually on, and it was blowing nonstop, and it was on 100 degrees, and that's not good for the human body. And because the temperature in your body really is supposed to stay at a certain temperature, and it was making my head hurt. And I had cut it down, and he started getting hostile. He didn't know I had cut it down, but he started saying something about the white girl that he was with that day trying to sleep with me. And I told him, no, I don't like white girls. I'm not finna be sleeping with no white girl. She was texting my phone, and I was just like, and he was getting mad a little bit. And I was like, please don't tell me nothing about no white girl. He know that I don't like him. Me and him was not having sex when I was over there or nothing. We wasn't cuddled up, booed up. I ain't been cuddled up, booed up with nobody because you gonna have to stand up for me and my kids. You cannot be my man and get no pussy from me, and you gonna let these people do this to me and my children and set us up. No, I'm not giving you none. That's rape. So anyway, that shit gotta be mutual, and that's not love. You know what I'm saying? That's not love. That's evil. Where you just put somebody in a position where they gotta have sex with you, and I'm not doing it. And that's what this brotherhood is trying to do. But anyway, so he was getting hostile or whatever, and this morning, it was like 11 o'clock this morning, going on 11, and I was hungry. And he did feed me like the night before or whatever, but I was hungry this morning, and I didn't have no snacks. There wasn't no snacks. There was nothing for me to eat. I had $1 on my card, and he was going to go wash my clothes. And he was like, well, I'm going to go wash your clothes. And I told him, well, I got to get up real quick. Let me go run the Family Dollar. I got $1 on my card. I'm going to just see what I can get because I know that I'm pregnant, and I know that I need something. I can't just be sitting around starving this child because I'm pregnant. I cannot be just starving, when that stuff hurts. You know what I'm saying? So when you hungry and you pregnant, like that junk hurt if you ain't got nothing to eat. See, with Melbourne, I had plenty of food, but with this baby, people been trying to starve us, and it hurts. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first time really experiencing that, was with this pregnancy, and it hurt like hell. So I was like, nah, let me go ahead and go get us something real quick. And I told him I'll come right back. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back so you can wash the clothes. Then all of a sudden he was like, oh, well, I'm finna get up, and he was like, I'm finna get up and I'm finna go to work. I had said I was finna get up and take a shower this morning. And I was so tired when I came in last night. I just passed out. You know what I'm saying? And went to sleep. And then I had told him, I was like, I don't want to put on the same dirty clothes when I take a shower, hoping that he'll give me some clean clothes to wear or whatever. And then he went and hopped himself in the shower. And then when he got out, he was saying he was gonna go wash my clothes for me. But then he when I said I was gonna go get us something to eat, you know what I'm saying, real quick, he was like, oh, well, I'm finna go, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna go work for my boss, and, you know, I'll give you a couple dollars to get on the bus so you can leave. The first night he was saying it was cool for me to stay there while he was gone, but all of a sudden it wasn't cool for me to stay there while he was gone. So I ain't say nothing or whatever, but I was just like, okay, cool, you know, all right. And then I packed up my stuff and got dressed. I was not able to take a shower, but I went in the bathroom, washed my face, you know, washed my my lady part, you know what I'm saying. And I was like, okay, you know, put on me some lotion, smell good, I'm good to go. And then, you know, just kind of groom myself a little bit, because I understand they want to try to have me out here looking so cracked out so bad. And I'm not on crack, I'm not on any drugs, but that's how they want to make it look. As long as they can make it appear like you own drugs and all of that, it don't matter, it still fit the narrative to them. So, you know what I'm saying, I was like, okay, you know, it's cool, you know, I ain't finna do no tripping or whatever. He was like, well, I'll be back at 11 p.m. tonight. And he was like, I'll call you. And I knew he was lying. And I was working on the evidence, like I did Jericho a cappella. And he was over there looking at my video. He was behind me. And it's like he kept trying to get closer to me to see what I was saying and what I was putting on my video. Like, and, you know, I just kept on doing it, because I'm not finna sit over here and allow nobody to stop me from putting out my truth about my body and my truth about my children and my truth about what they did to me and my child. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna let nobody intimidate me from putting out the evidence about my son or anything. But it's not just about my little boy. It is about my little boy, but it's also about my pregnancy as well, because I'm carrying a child right now. So yes, it's about my children. And so I knew I knew there was, I felt the tension while I was just right there working on my little evidence, like quiet or whatever, to myself. And, you know, people try to distract me, oh, watch TV or do this. No, I got other stuff that I need to do as far as my kids. I'm not gonna get distracted. And then he was telling me that the white girl was calling, that she liked me and all of that. And I said, I don't care. And he was talking about, oh, he liked the white girl. And I was like, okay, well, don't. No, he was like, he liked me better than the white girl. I was like, don't even talk to me about no white girl. It's like trying to get me to like him. Like, I don't like you. You can talk about a white girl all day long. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to make me jealous, because I don't like white girls and I don't like you. So why don't y'all just go ahead and be together then? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Lord forgive me. But anyway, so, I want my kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no man in my house. I don't want no man. When I get my place back, I don't want no man, period. So anyway, I don't appreciate people trying to have me up in their house and then trying to get some. I don't want nobody. I want my kids, and I don't want nobody. That's just how I feel after what I've been through with people. I don't want nobody. I've been abused. I don't want no man, period. I don't want nobody. I want my kids. I want my house back, and I don't want no man, period. Period. So anyway, so basically, he was lying this morning and saying that he was gonna call me tonight. He was like, I'll call you. Talking about he wasn't gonna be back till 11 p.m. So either way, I'm like, well, you gonna have me out on the streets all night? So he setting me up to have. So he was telling me, he was like 11 p.m. That's what time he was gonna come back. Hold on. And then when I called him, I was like, hey, come pick me up from by the West End when you get done working. He was like, oh, I'm not going to be back till Friday. And so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Well, you know, I was like, oh, okay. And I just hung up the phone. And then I blocked his number, because I know why he trying to leave me outside. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what, I'm not even finna deal with him no more, because I know what he's trying to do. And that was it. I pretty much just blocked his number. You know, because he was not able to get me to do what he wanted me to do while I was in his house. Like, I'm gonna work on what I need to work on. You know what I'm saying? I need to be comfortable. My body needs to be comfortable. You know, I don't need him making me uncomfortable in the house. And so he said he wasn't gonna be back until Friday. So it's like, oh, so you gonna try to set me up to be outside? I said, what's today? I asked him, I said, what's today? And he said Monday. So that means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way till Friday. You gonna leave me outside? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what's up. And you just gonna leave me outside? So I just blocked him, and I'm not gonna talk to him no more. Because that's not cool, and that's why they was not letting me into shelters